Good morning and welcome to the Denver 2025 vlog. Alright, so this morning I have a few things to do and then I'm ready to go. I need to pack up some jewelry. If you think my hair looks crazy, that's because it does. And I'm getting my hair done before I get on the plane. I'm just getting a toner. I want it to be a little bit more orangey. So I'm getting my hair done so it'll look decent before I get on the plane. And yeah, I was lucky and I found a direct flight out of my city. So one flight, I think it's like probably 4 hours, and then I'll be there, and then Olivia will get there and get the rental car and get to the Airbnb and such. But I'm super excited. It's so nice to wake up at a normal time and get a flight and not have to wake up at like 4 a.m. So yeah, come along with me on this Denver 2025 vlog. We're gonna be buying lots of crystals, seeing lots of people, doing lots of things. So first, we gotta head to the hair salon. I'll be back. I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. You big old babies. You big old babies. You big old babies. Trying to snipe my parking spot as I was getting something out of my bag, and she goes, "Are you leaving or going?" And the way that short-circuited my brain, am I leaving or going? It's like, I just got here. I don't know. Can't respond. Guys, I'm in our sexy red Jeep. They offered me a Bronco, but then they couldn't find it, and I'm sad because I have wanted a Bronco for years, and I even test drove one, so that would have been sick. But this Jeep is cool. I got some cash out. I am sitting in the cell phone lot waiting for Olivia's flight to land in like 45 minutes. I got us some Auntie Anne's. And yeah, I'm super excited to see her. It's only been a few weeks. We went on vacation together. But I'm really excited to get to our Airbnb and get to shopping tomorrow. We'll have to find somewhere to eat. But yeah, doing well. I'm excited. Okay, we're at the Airbnb. I love that little sign. It says, "Good vibes only." It's very cute. It's perfectly sized. Very well decorated. Super, super cute. We're in a very residential area. Cute little dining room. The kitchen's really nice. I love that wall. There's Olivia. Bathroom. Cute. Room 1. Room 2. So cute. I don't remember that episode. No. So ready to start shopping tomorrow. I I've seen everybody's TikToks and Instagrams, and I'm like, I need to get my hands on this stuff. I need to get my hands on it. I brought some crystals with me though. I had my little blue chalcedony. I think this was a freebie from somebody. I don't think I purchased it, but I love it. And I'm on book 2 of Crescent City. I made this keychain, this bookmark for myself. Let me know if that's something you guys would want to see. But yeah, gonna go to bed, get up, get cute, get ready, and actually start this shopping. Snackies. A couple of purchases.
Those are fun because they got like, you can tell they're cubes underneath it. They kind of remind me of crystals.
It's air conditioned in here. I guess. Well, gotta eat these. The show was under here. We lift it, Mom. Got some Pirate Suns from Illinois. Ooh. Giving us passes to get in early while everybody is still setting up. Day 1. Dead already. So bad. It was so hot today though. Olivia and I got sushi and then Dairy Queen, and we've been sitting on the couch for an hour and a half. So some successful personal shopping requests today, and yeah, tomorrow we hit the ground running. I need to remember to drink water and actually eat lunch. So, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Hopefully, I am better at taking content tomorrow. Hopefully I see some of my friends, too. I saw Jeannie today from Celestial Temple. But, hopefully I see Jack tomorrow and Katie. But yeah, I'm excited to find more goodies. My vendor just brought us all this food and chairs while he prepares our goodies. I got a Queen of the Nile. He said they bury these in the ground with the oils and the flour for 6 months in Egypt. And it draws out all the moisture. You're left with the oils. I just dropped off Olivia at the airport. I'm alone with my goodies. The air quality is terrible in Denver. It's the worst in the US apparently right now because of the Canadian wildfires. And it's bumming me out because I can't see the mountains. And that is one of the reasons I love Denver. I think it's also like messing with my respiratory system. Like I feel like I have boogers in my nose 24/7, which is gross, but like the air is just not good. I ended shopping a little early today. My feet are killing me. Like it is not for the week out here. I probably don't have the best sneakers, but you're just on your feet for like 8 hours straight. Debating if I want to go into Boulder for dinner since I'm alone. I don't know. Gotta see what's around. And what I feel like doing. I'm a little low energy today, but hoping a little bit of rest. And then tomorrow I want to go back to the Westin, I think, and check out the Hard Rock again because I didn't really finish outside. I'm on a mission to find more like towers and spheres because I feel like I haven't got a lot of those. I've gotten a few, but yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, good morning. It is my last full day in Denver. I haven't really done a lot of talking in my vlog footage so far, so I figured we do a little chit chat while I do my makeup for the day. I wanted to answer a few questions that I got, and then I also just wanted to debrief on my experience so far. This is my 4th year coming to Denver, and it's definitely different every year. While a lot of the vendors are the same, either it's different this year or I just feel different, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I just feel like this is like the evolution of being a shop owner and buying a lot of crystals. So first, it's a lot of the same vendors every year, which is a good thing and a bad thing, I'll say. It's a good thing because if you want to see someone specific and stock up on something that you know they have and continue to build those relationships, it's really good. I would say the only downside to that is that sometimes there's no one new or fresh for you to connect with. And that's probably because it's a lot of money to bring that much material here as a vendor. A lot of them, most of them probably, come from other countries. So it's logistically a lot of work and time and money. I need to wet my sponge. I'll be right back. Okay. But I was talking to Jack from Art by Jack Studio the other day, and she had a good point that it seems like a lot of the inventory that they have this year is left over from Tucson. Not a lot of new stuff. It kind of looks picked over, to be honest. It's a little disappointing because there's some things that I definitely would have gotten more of if there was more in my quality range. But that brings me to my second point, where the way that I shop at these gem shows and the way that my shop is run is that I don't just buy quantity to have quantity. I buy to have pieces that I know that you will want, pieces that I know will sell, because otherwise I just have stuff sitting around that I spent money on that I'm gonna have to either clearance out or it'll just sit there on a shelf for an extended period of time, and that's just not how I like to operate. I've learned a lot over the last 4 years about what you guys like, what the right price points are, and what I should really have on my shelves. So I do not just purchase to come home with a lot of things. Not saying that other shops do that, but I think that's kind of like a beginner like flaw. And I definitely did that my first year. There are some things that like just didn't do well, and I learned. But another question that I got is how to pick the best quality, and I feel like that kind of relates to this. I pick through everything. At these gem shows, it's a privilege to be here and to see the item in person before I purchase it. So I very rarely will buy, just like a blind box of things or like a blind bag of things. I will sit there and make sure every single piece that I select, I like. I check for chips, damage, inclusions, wobble, anything like that. So it's definitely about taking your time inspecting every single piece that you purchase, because like I said, you're here, you spend the money to be here, you should use that to your advantage and pick out things that your customers will love. So that's definitely what I try to do. I definitely got some good things this year. Like I said, this is my last full day, so who knows what else I'll find. But I'm feeling like I don't have enough for a pallet. And a pallet is literally like a wooden pallet that you build up with UPS on site, and then they ship it via freight directly to my house. And it costs, for me, from the West Coast over here over to New York on the East Coast, it costs $685. And that's flat rate as long as it's under 1,000 pounds. And that's a lot of money, but it makes sense if you have a large quantity. And this year, I'm just not feeling like I have that quantity or that weight. So I might look into other options for shipping it back to me. So that's one thing that I need to do today. I need to see if they have like smaller packaging options. so that I could just like maybe ship a few boxes rather than an entire pallet. I want to make sure my items are safe, but I'm trying to be cost effective too, because you do have to pay cash for the shipping. So it's not like you can just put it on a credit card. You have to plan ahead for that and make sure you've got money in the bank. This is looking a little muddy, but it always comes together when I powder it. I look crazy. I also haven't done my hair yet. So. Another question that I got is about accessibility at these shows. If they are accessible for wheelchairs, walkers, canes, and I would say yes. These shows are either put on at hotel like convention centers or ballrooms or lobbies. So those are definitely accessible. And then the large one at the complex, the National Western Complex, that is also like a public venue. So they have elevators and ramps and handicap parking and all those kinds of things. So it's definitely accessible if you need those sorts of things. So I'm happy to report that. It's a bit of a maze, I will say that. My first year, I think I walked in circles many a time. And even this year, I'm still like, it's year 4 and I have to like remind myself. Sometimes Tucson and Denver blend together in my mind and I'm like, where am I? What building am I in? What way do I go? Like, gotta remind myself where I'm at. But yeah, I'm having a good time. I am not worried about not having a lot at the moment because I can always just buy from my vendors online. Is this taking off my makeup underneath? I can't tell. And then also like Tucson is only a few months away. There's a smaller gap of time between Denver and Tucson than Tucson and Denver. So I'm not as worried about not having enough because I'll go to Tucson in a few months anyway. All right, I'm gonna powder my face and then I'll come back. Okay, another question that I got was, how do you not get overwhelmed? Because some people go to local shows, some people will make the trip out and go to Denver or Tucson, which I highly recommend if you can. I'm gonna sneeze. Side note, it's so dry here right now. Like, they have terrible air quality. I don't know if I mentioned this already. Terrible air quality right now because of the Canadian wildfires, and I can't even see the mountains, and I'm so sad. But my respiratory system is like not happy with me. So my first year in Denver, and I'll say Denver is bigger than Tucson. Or sorry, Tucson is bigger than Denver. My first year in Denver, I got overwhelmed. I saw all the vendors set up, all the people walking around, picking up things, buying things, and I was like, oh my God, I'm behind. I don't know what I'm doing. And I know I snapped at my mom a few times. I was getting in moods. It was not good. I was like very overstimulated, overwhelmed, didn't know where to look, didn't know where to spend my time, had to figure out what good deals were. It was very stressful. So I would say I have a few tips of advice. One, either know what you are looking for, what you would like to find, or what you are not looking for, so that you know what you can walk past and what you should spend your time on. For example, at these gem shows, there's like 1,000,001 Moroccan vendors. So much Moroccan material. So if you're looking for Moroccan, then you know, okay, I should spend my time trying to find the best deals and the best quality amongst these 30 Moroccan vendors. If you're not looking for Moroccan material like me this time, then you know you can walk right by them and you don't have to feel bad about it. So that is how I recommend not getting overwhelmed. Also, like, I'm not good at this, but like, try not to jump around too much. Like, shoot over here and then be like, oh, I missed over here. Like, it's good to have a little bit of a method to your madness. Like, try to make sure you walk by everything so you don't feel like you missed it and you're walking in circles. Okay, melt down my powder. It always looks so weird until the very, very end with makeup. I don't know what I want to do with my hair today. For one, it needs a good brush. What else? I'm also, like, this time trying to get things that I haven't had before, trying to keep it fresh, or just grab things that I know are best when hand-picked. So yeah, it's not like one of those crazy times where I'm trying to stretch the budget because I'm spending so much, or I don't know how I'm gonna finish seeing everything in the time that I have. Like, I definitely feel like the amount of time that I booked for this trip is the perfect amount. I feel like I actually have a lot of budget left, which isn't a bad thing. We'll just save that for Tucson as well. But yeah, Denver it's always a surprise. I'm grateful to be here. I love Colorado. I'm grateful to have so much support in my shop to be able to do this 2 times a year, go to these massive gem shows. I think a lot of people in general were just a little underwhelmed this year. So here's to hoping that everybody is saving their super amazing new things for Tucson. All right, I feel like I'm starting to babble, so I'm going to finish up my makeup and hair, and then we'll get on the road for the day. Trying out the no cart theory. Don't bring the cart. Find a bunch of shit you want to buy. You're gonna have to come back and get the cart. So we'll see if that works. Like, could not be I'm so tired. So tired. It's my least favorite part of the gem show. And that's packing up everything to ship it back home. Really doesn't look like a lot, so we'll see if I can condense it. So I'm checking out this show that I haven't been to yet before I build my palette and leave. And it just I don't know, like 7 minutes before it opens and I'm walking around and I'm told I have to leave. 7 minutes? Okay, like, then I'm just gonna leave. You just lost my business from all these vendors. I don't know, like, I wasn't seeing anything I liked anyway, but it's so weird. She's like, ma'am, you have to leave. I can't let you pass through again. We don't open till 10. I look at my clock, I'm like, oh, so 9 minutes? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, I'm parked out here, so I'm gonna leave. Like, I don't know. What's the difference if I walk in 7 minutes later? Nothing. pallets waiting to be shipped out. It's pretty crazy. She is small, but she is mighty. And honestly, there's nothing else I really saw that I wanted, so I'm not even like upset about it.